if I'm not mistaken. Wait, can you say something?
Yep.
Okay.
Hello.
I think the stream has begun.
Sweet.
Hello, everyone. Welcome, Swifties. I mean, let's hope you are. If not, we don't want you watching. Um, where is the? Let's do Hazel's theme. There's the music. Some nice, subtle music in the back. And now we can have some real fun. Okay. Oh my god. Hello, Tim. It's so nice to have you here, NVC. Bree, Tim is one of the new animators.
Oh, hello.
Okay. So, we have much to discuss. So this is so fun. But let's start. Wait, let me first check the chat and the stream to make sure everything's fine. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Okay, no one in chat yet. But so when it comes to what's inside the portraits, I think what you're doing is fine. I just want to quickly scan my brain to see if there's anything of value that could be in there. Could we try a banner for Sunnyside? So, somewhere, wherever you think it's appropriate, a nice big banner. Maybe there can be a couple actually. Those banners should have like a little Sunnyside logo, not obviously the show name, but maybe like it's a sun, right? With a swirl inside to represent the Sorcery Kingdom, and then a crown, and then it's like purple.
Okay.
And then for the actual pictures, oh, do we have an armor stand here?
There will be, yeah. So I don't have everything in the block out. I do have my like reference of the rough draft that we did. So there is an armor stand in the corner, which will get drawn eventually.
Yeah, don't worry about that. Totally fine. I am going to. Okay, that's lovely, Timmy. Oh yeah, Timmy's also animating in the back. I will switch between the streams, but oh no, they can see my whole Discord. That's uncomfortable. I don't want that. Guys, you're not supposed to see.
Classified information.
I know. Yeah, see, that's why I felt like something was missing. Period. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna ask the writers what they think the armor stand should be. I think the most obvious option is the Sunnyside, like the Sunnyside guard armor, but is there anything historical that's relevant to the plot? That makes the most sense aesthetically. Oh, do we have a map here?
Yes, it is supposed to be
Oh yeah.
here.
Sorry, that rings a bell.
It's been a while since this has been looked at, so I understand.
Did you see the TikTok I made about the 3D model?
I did not.
Yeah, I actually just mentioned how useful it was. And I don't know, I don't think... Oh yeah, you've obviously seen the animatic. Do you know how useful it was for Mick?
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure that helped a lot.
Yeah, we are definitely not, like, letting go of this technique. We should add that to the background dog. Just like in the, pipeline.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm only silent because I'm trying to think about the portrait thing.
Hmm.
Oh my god, Timmy. This is so good. The style is styling. Okay, Brie, I'm just gonna let you know. Don't take the portraits with a grain of salt. Don't do too much for them right now. Yeah, what you have right now is great. You probably wouldn't have to change it. I'm just double checking with the writers if there's anything like super duper. Oh, okay. Hi, Abby.
So what do you need my help with?
What? So,
You said you...
sorry, did I interrupt anything?
No.
Well, hi, how are you?
Doing good.
So, Brie, as you can see, is working on the Core in History classroom design. There is obviously a map, a armor stand, a bunch of glass cases, and there are portraits. I just wanted to ask by the way, we're on stream, so if there's anything super spoilery, might want to type it out. But do you think there is anything? I've been thinking, but do you think there's anything important that we need to put in the portraits that would be relevant to the plot that the audience might want to pay attention to?
Trying to think right now. Going over a certain document just in case.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a picture of a coronation stone? Like the first Cora and Protector coronation stone.
Like the ones we have in the gym ceiling?
Like the ones in the throne room.
No, but like the imagery we have in the gym. Do you remember?
I haven't seen the gym, I don't think. I forgot if I have.
Wait, that's actually interesting.
Like maybe it could be like an image from an old architectural ruin of the first Cora and Protector coronation stone.
Maybe that's what it's depicting, but like the reason it's in the Cora history classroom is because a really famous artist from like centuries ago depicted that and like illustrated
Michelangelo Cora.
Yeah. Okay, that's on the table. Another way we can do this is in the glass cases we can have, and also can you write a list of this so we have it for Brie?
Yeah.
Another way we can do this is by maybe having like a little piece of a coronation stone be in a glass case. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking what else? Obviously relevant to history, relevant to like their world, and the fact that they're royals, what they need, what's like super important. Are you looking through the history thing?
Yeah, I'm looking through the history thing. Maybe depictions of something related to the sorcery colonization plan.
I think the one that Brie has already drawn actually works for that. The big one. Brie, hello?
Yes.
Can we see? Yeah, the one on the top. I think
There is also anything related to Malaforge.
Oh, like the containing of it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I think that first image actually works well. We could just like modify a bit to like look like something that represents the colonization.
It could be like one of those, those how the United States has that big painting of the representation of Manifest Destiny.
Yes. Oh, like a parody of that?
Yeah.
That would be so interesting. Can you write that down? But anyways, yeah, continue, Brie. Sorry. What else?
I already have some spoiler things written down.
Oh, like a little... I was gonna suggest it, so I feel like at one point I wanted us to try stained glass windows in this classroom, but I feel like it's a bit much for someone to look at, especially considering the fact that we are in this classroom like every single day.
Maybe it's like more like a maybe it's like like very high up, so you can only see it in certain shots. Like it's like right up against the roof, or is the roof itself?
I don't hate that.
Oh, creation of one.
Oh. Write that down. How do you feel about that idea, Bree, with the stained glass windows at the top?
For which top would it, like, which wall would they be on?
Well, the one
It would have
that's
to be.
visible here.
And the one, okay, so the windows into the library.
Yeah. Oh, is that what that? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I have a question.
So,
Sorry.
mhm.
Is there light coming in from those windows?
There probably would be. It just wouldn't be very strong light because the light would probably be similar. Like from the library to the classroom, it would probably be similar light levels versus like from inside to outside, the light levels are different, so there's stronger light coming through the windows.
What if like the stained glass is the roof itself?
That's gonna be a pain perspective-wise.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's gonna be such a pain perspective-wise.
Like what if we only possibly need to be relevant whenever like something depicted on the murals is shown, so we can have a character look up, then we just cut to the roof itself.
I don't know about the stained glass, but no, there's a lot that's gonna be happening with the roof now that I remember. Yeah, there's stuff hanging and everything. No, I don't think we can do that. But stained glass near the tops of the windows could actually work, even if it's into the library, because we can connect both environments through, like, when we are in the library, showing the same stained glass windows.
Okay, so would it be the entirety, or would you want like another division? And then it won't, like the stained glass would only be on the top part.
Oh.
Oh, we could do. Oh, Squid suggested depictions of the head masters and mistresses of Sunnyside.
Oh, that's good, but we'll get back to that. Anyways, in the stained glass windows, yeah, what do you think, Brie?
I don't think it would be a bad idea. I think it works, it fits. It doesn't look weird.
But how do you think it would work best?
From like an art standpoint, because this room is shown so often from different angles, I feel like it's going to complicate matters because it's just an extra level of detail that needs to be drawn and like make sure it fits perspective wise if we did like stained glass depictions. So from like an artist standpoint, it's going to be a pain, but it's also going to look really cool. So
I think, what if we create the stained glass windows separately, And then the same way we do with Crescenta's hair and everything, we import the images into the backgrounds and adjust them accordingly to fit the perspective. Like, just stretch them out, or like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it would work. I just worry about like the pixel density and it getting like really pixelized for really extreme angles. But I think for at least like for a reference, I think that makes it easier. Like if you import an image and then just like trace the really prominent parts, and then those are what show up in an angle.
Yeah.
I think it would be easier to do that. I think that will probably work if you really wanted to do the stained glass idea.
I also think if we have the stained glass be like up top, it wouldn't have to be drawn as often.
Right, because it would only be shown in the really upshot angles or really wide angles.
Yeah. And this is a pretty like central spot. It's important. So I think if we like really do what we can to make it preppy, it'll be worth it. I think also like it looks incredible, by the way, right now. I'm just saying. With our proof of concept, this is where it takes place for the most part. And
right.
We really want to wow them. We want to sell it. So I think the stained glass window idea would actually work. But now what I'm asking is like, do you think it would work best near the top of it, or like in the middle, or taking up the whole thing?
I feel like it's gonna get too busy if it takes up the whole thing. I would say that we either need another division at the top, or you can do the stained glass panels at the bottom. It just means that they're drawn more often.
So we have it at the top, can do for dramatic angles more than at the bottom.
But also, are we going to, this is kind of irrelevant, but relevant, are we going to see the other windows? Like, the windows behind where the camera is right now.
They're in other angles, they're drawn. Are they in the proof of concept? I don't know if there's an angle like that.
Oh, that's so true. Let me...
Hold on, I have it pulled.
If they are, then we will use those windows. That's like a fact. I really hope they are. Come on. Come on.
No, they are not.
Are they actually not? Wait. I'm looking through it.
So am I.
Oh my god, yeah. At the very end, like, even there, it's tilted to the right. But I think when we work on the stained glass windows, we have to do what we can to make them as subtle as possible, but also like have them be really cute. Like, we want them to be muted to an extent. Okay, then if we're doing the top, I'd like them to take more space. I'd like the top to take more space than it does. Well, yeah, exactly what you're doing right now. Yeah. That's perfect.
So closer like that?
Yeah. But then will the midsection and like bottom part feel barren?
I don't think so. We will see what happens when it gets to color. If we need to add more stuff going on those, then we can. I just worry that it's going to be too busy, because when these ones are going to show up the most because it's behind characters, and so I hesitate to do anything on the bottom half because that's what our characters are going to be up against, and it makes it easier to see visually if they're up against something that's not so busy.
Wait, that's
If
very,
that
very
makes sense.
valid. Yeah, 100%. Okay.
Yeah.
Then in that case, we have a solid foundation. Don't worry about the stained glass windows. We will do that last. Like, at the very end, we'll get to the stained glass windows.
Okay.
But, and that also gives us time to, like, figure out what we want to do. But yeah. Back to the portraits, Reese.
Oh, I was also thinking like we could have, you know how like some history classes have like old rotary phones? Imagine that about crystals and wands.
Oh, like old versions and the shelves and the... Okay, keep that... Write that down, but for a different category, which is the cabinets and the shelves. Yeah, you know what? I think we should dedicate a whole writers meeting to just, like, writing down stuff for Brie to put in the shelves and stuff. We can still, like, come up with stuff now, though, so she can get, like, a head start when she gets to it. Yeah. Okay. I like this. I like what we're doing. Could we, instead of writing in VC notes, can we actually make a doc? And can you share it with me, Pookie?
Okay. Putting it in the writer's lounge.
So I don't know about a portrait of old principals in the core and history classroom. I think that would actually be more appropriate in like the hallways, the like long, humongous hallways. So that actually helps us. That's not a bad thing that we're taking that off the table. Now we can really keep in mind where our limits are for the core and history classroom and how it has to be relevant to this. So before you suggest something, we have to think about, like, would this fit somewhere else in the school? And if not, then we try to put it here. Because, like, some of this stuff, why can't it be in the magic basics?
True. Let me look at the world of Cora now.
But that doesn't completely apply to the artifacts thing. There are, like, glass cases in the foyer. But, like, I feel like this stuff here is going to be really cool, important stuff. Because Sunnyside as a whole is also, like, a tourist attraction. I feel like they open it up once a year when no one's around. And it's a giant tourist attraction. Because, like, do you guys know the Castle of Versailles in France?
Yeah.
Have you heard of it, Brie?
Oops.
Well, it's like this, like, magnificent structure made with gold and whatever, like crazy architecture. That's how they see Sunnyside. And obviously it's like so bougie and it's only for royals and it's so exclusive. And it's also, not only is it that and a school and town for royals, which first of all, because it's upscaled, it's like super big. So imagine a mortal walking in. And also, imagine a mortal trying to sit on these chairs, right? But also it's a tourist
It'd be like,
attraction. Sorry?
it would be like those temples in Egypt.
Yeah, or like Pink Diamond from Steven Universe, like sitting on the diamond throne.
Yeah.
But also it's a tourist attraction because of all the artifacts there are, because of all the portraits. Like, it's this one place that holds so much knowledge and history, solely because so many royals in history have attended this school.
What if we do the first reincarnated royal as a portrait, or a figurine of the first reincarnated royal?
Ooh.
What if the first reincarnated royal was a cloud dragon?
Or like a feather or something. Like a little cloud thing. That's good for the cases. Wait, you made a dog, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And you have categories for shelves. Okay, lovely. Thank you. And eventually we'll divide the shelves category into shelves and cases. What else? Portraits. Let's just make sure we're good with the portraits.
Maybe a painting of the first succession.
The first what? Succession to the throne?
Yeah.
Like a painting of the first ever royal?
Yeah, the first ever second generation royal ascending to the throne.
Oh. Or maybe a portrait of them both. A painting of them both.
No, like the painting is the royal being crowned by the previous royal, basically.
Okay, here's another thing. This comes back to the portraits, I'll tell you how. But like, the stained glass windows, are they to depict things that relate to Sunnyside or things that relate to Cora as a whole? But then, like, it would make sense for it to be Cora as a whole, but then it's like, why not in a different area? Like,
If it relates to magic, if it relates to like specifically the mechanics of magic, it should go in Magic Basics. If it relates to historical events, it should go in Magic History.
Okay.
Or
Or, you know what? Technically, something related to Malaforge could also be here because they consider it as, like, history.
Yeah. That's why I put it in the doc.
The first succession. I think this is an appropriate place. Okay, see, that's the thing. So with the coronation stone touching, right? Is that history or is that magic?
There's both a magical element and a historical element to it.
I have an idea. So, you know how we have murals in the gym and pretty much everywhere?
Yeah.
I think the coronation stone touching is a huge thing, obviously, because it is the whole reason why magic and why royals. And I think it can be put into all the different categories, all the different classrooms. So we should have different variations of that same scenario, that same mural depiction or whatever. And have different variations be in different classrooms. So, for example, the more magical side of that would go in
Magic Basic.
yeah, and then the historic context in court history. So, for example, the actual touching of the coronation stone and that person being enchanted would go in Magic Basics. But the aftermath, which is people bowing down before that person and that person becoming royal, that is core in history, and I just figured it out. Write it down. Thank you, Maurice. You agree with me, right? Do you agree with me?
Yes.
Okay, lovely. And then etiquette would be, we could do something really like cool and poetic, like a bow and then like a respectful bow back. Do you know what I'm saying? Or like,
yeah.
we could use swords or spoons and forks to represent something, and it's that same first royal that we see in the other stained glass thing. Also, Brie, I love what you're doing. Oh my god.
I'm trying to come up with the logo, the Sunnyside emblem for the banner
Yeah, you know what the swirl
based
is for,
off of what you
right?
said. Yeah, that's the sorcerer. I had to go look up the Sorcery Kingdom
Yeah.
emblem to make sure that I was doing it right, because I know that like we had one, and then you guys revamped the heel emblems, and so I found the new document.
Oh, sorry. Thank you for double checking. But again, like if you want to completely simplify it, you can. All it really needs is a swirl. That's what it's identified by. So if this is like,
Okay.
if it needs to be more simplified, that works. What else? So that would be a stained glass window. Wouldn't be a portrait.
Or be a fresco.
What?
A fresco.
What's that?
It's like embedded into the wall itself. It is the wall.
That would be for the gym. In the gym, yes. But I think for this, it should be a stained glass window. Because I don't see space for a fresco in this classroom. And also, it doesn't look very nice here. The thing about the gym is it's like this big open area made of like somewhat like different material. So it's like, it would look really cool with everything carved into the walls. And there's not really much in the actual gym itself to take away from the spotlight of the fresco, right? But here there's so much around, like, it just doesn't, because something like that should be a big attention grabber. So yeah, here I think it works best in the stained glass window. And we need to make sure that all the depictions of that scene, the scene of like the coronation stone and stuff, have like identifiable symbols, so that when people see different variations of that scene, they recognize it. Like maybe it's a crown that's in the exact same spot each time, or obviously it's the same royal. So color could play into that.
It would probably be that kingdom specifically.
Sorry? Oh yeah.
It would probably be
Do we know which one it is? Have we talked about which one it was first?
Yes, we have. Yeah. Tell you what kingdom it is in the writer's lounge.
I think I know. Yeah, just so I. Oh. We all came to the conclusion that was first?
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, that makes all the sense.
Because the last one is, you know what?
Ah. Yeah, it's like a whole cycle. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
First
Portraits.
display. Sorry, the first display magic will be the one in the gym.
Sorry?
The first display of
Yes.
magic.
Yes, definitely. Oh, that's so real. The first display is gonna be in the gym. Also, what other classes do we have? We have alchemy is new, but I think it'd be really cool if they have like another variation of
The
it.
the reincarnation of the royal.
Of what?
The reincarnation of that royal in alchemy.
Ooh. Or maybe we could like tease the alchemy coordination stone situation. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But what other classrooms do we have? Sorsonic language. That's pretty self-explanatory. Like that royal speaking, commanding. I feel like that's something that's covered in the course, like commands. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we have royal presentation, I think.
Yes. And
We talked about this when we were drafting that letter, remember?
yeah, I think what we should do is we should have these scenes, or like these, the portraits, not the portraits, but the murals or whatever. We should have them all be pretty simple, so that when put together, they could make some kind of puzzle or something.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Sunny. I should also switch to Timmy's stream as well, so people can see what he's working on.
I love that show of Zephyr.
It looks amazing to me. I just have one small note. I just wonder. You see Zephyr's eye right here? Could we possibly try creasing it like we have with the other eye? Because the eyebrow is like. Do you know what I mean by creasing the eye? Like, closing it a little bit, because his eyebrows are tense. Yeah, I just want to see how that would look. The top part specifically.
You know how we talked about like our own version of the Book of Spells for Sunnyside?
Thank you so much, Jimmy. It looks amazing. Sorry, what?
You know how we talked about like our own version of the Book of Spells for Sunnyside?
Yeah.
What if it's a tour guide brochure?
Oh my god. This would be so cute for like a Kickstarter package. A little brochure. I do quite like that. Oh my god, I love it. I feel like when we actually, this is random, but when we actually get into the show, and with the episodes and everything, we're just gonna have one giant 3D model, which is all the 3D models in all the classrooms, and then something super fun that we can do like behind the scenes. And we could do like an extra where it's like Welcome to the 3D model of the entire school.
We could do it in VR.
Oh, that would be so fun. But obviously that's a long ways away. Like, not with the
Yeah.
pilot. Like, again, when we get to, like... Yeah, portrait. Okay, let's think about it like this. What are portraits? Portraits are paintings, right? Aren't they always paintings?
Yeah.
Paintings or photographs.
Well, I think in this context, painting is what makes sense. But also, not to be annoying, let's think about this in a world-building way. Are these?
Oh, I have an idea.
Are these like paintings in the sense that like they are illustrations made using the tools that Zephyr uses when he draws? So when Zephyr draws, we've established that it is basically him, like, there's like a tool that carves into metal. And it also can like apply color. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So, is that how the paintings were made? We'd have to give them a different name.
Wasn't it made out of like alchemized material?
Elaborate.
Because they're so elaborate and so expensive, the material they're made from has to be sourced from a different reincarnated royal or descendants of them.
Ooh. So like instead of so like these art pieces are considered like really bougie art.
Yeah.
Where it's like made
Like how
from
blue,
a bunch of different stuff.
yeah, like how blue dye was originally made of lapis lazuli.
Ooh. I don't hate that.
Also, I was thinking we could have a portrait of Crescenta's grandmother because she was the one that installed the star magic barrier.
Yes, I do like that. But then it's like, how important of a figure is she? I guess she's pretty important. Also, there would be a lot of intrigue about why someone who looks like Crescenta is on the wall. And there's already actually a princess in the portrait, in one of the portraits. Oh my god, that lady with the sword. She-Ra, question mark? Sorry. Yes, that will work. Or we could just be super silly and just have like stupid Easter eggs. Like
Sophia the first Easter egg.
oh my god. Or we could actually draw She-Ra on the wall. No.
Just to like homages to all the inspirations for Sunnyside.
It's history.
We can do
Another thing is, okay, is there another kind of art that could be a thing in Cora that we haven't thought about, considering like the magic types we have?
tapestry.
That's kind of what the banners are. By the way, write this down somewhere. One of the stained glass windows should be the rise and quote unquote fall of Malforge. Okay, so these portraits have to be of people, right?
Yeah.
That's another thing that's helping us narrow it down or whatever. Or of animals, if they're that important.
The cloud dragon.
Another thing, before you suggest it as a portrait, think about if it is something that can be in the glass cases. I was about to say, like, oh, what if we have a portrait of a wand? But it's like, no, that's something that could, one, maybe even be a stained glass window. And two, it's definitely something that could be in the glass cases. So, no.
I have an idea, but I'm going to post it in Writer's Lounge.
Alright, that works. There's a lot of people watching, but not that many people typing in chat. Is there a glitch happening on my end?
Let me check.
No, there isn't. Don't worry.
Okay.
Sunny, could you possibly tweet about the stream if you have not already? I'm thinking anything plant related for the portrait.
Oh, we have kingdoms of all 5 senses. So what if it's like basically a painting that is actually animated, that you actually feel and taste and touch?
I love that. Wait. That's so artsy. Imagine if they were at war. That's
I have an idea.
That's canon. Don't ask
A
me why.
diorama.
A what?
A diorama of a war scene that's animated. Like the figurines actually move.
We can't do that. Sorry, that was like instant, but no, we can't have it animated. But the diorama itself, I like that. Okay. This poses another question that I know Bree is gonna sigh when she hears this. What if something in this classroom was, deep breath, potentially animated? Now, let me pitch why. So it goes back to that thing about... So first of all, it wouldn't really matter to the background artists because it's just something that would be done, like, separately by a props VFX person or whatever. But, like, just to make things pop, again, just to sell it. The same way, like, I've seen in other indie shows, there are some really cool things that happen in the background. But obviously we need one staple of the scene that is animated. What are your thoughts?
Like on what could be animated?
So, yeah.
I'm not sure.
I mean, we could have a really quirky plant.
Yeah, I think I was gonna say the easiest way would be like, because we have like the planter of things, of like plants in the room, and like we could animate some of them to like move or like to glow. And like I feel like that would be relatively simple to animate.
Yes. Or,
It would just be like subtle.
Or like a repeating animation.
Blooming?
Sorry?
A repeating animation of blooming? Or the flowers blooming?
Not quite that. I'm thinking like, oh, you know the plant. So go to the, you know the thing they have in the corner, the top right corner. You know the plant that has like the circles on it, the spheres. Yes, those.
One.
This one. What if the spheres are just like hovering?
So they're not attached to the main body of the plant,
Yeah.
and they could just like float up and down a little bit.
Yeah. Or we have something that's like just like constantly going through a bunch of colors.
Yeah.
But also we don't want to crowd it.
No, I think honestly these like bubbly plants are probably going to be the easiest, whether it's like the hovering idea or like the color shifting idea, even if it's just shifting between like a couple of colors. Or there's like these snapdragon kind of plants that could have subtle animations of like opening and closing what looks like the mouth of the plant.
Oh yeah. That would be so cool. Wait. Is it in the proof of concept? Let me see. Or could it be, I mean. Well, there is this shot, but wait. Are we close enough to it for it to matter? That's what I'm trying to see.
Mhm.
Yeah. Doesn't really matter right now. But that is actually a very good idea. We should definitely have a move at some point. Obviously a lot of stuff here has potential to move. Oh, you know the stairs that are detached?
Yeah.
If they just hover up and but that would like be uneasy to watch, cause like it feels like gravity is. Unless it only moves very slightly. Are those shown though? I mean, yeah, they are. They are, but that's quite doable because. First of all, wait, I have a question. Did you copy and paste the stairs? No, you didn't, did you?
No, because they're all slightly different angles.
Yeah. Well, even there, like, they just have to draw them once, and then it's slight up and down movements. Just from the props person. And then the background designer doesn't even have to draw it. Or if they draw it, we just go into the PSD and we take it out. Okay, that's a possibility. Again, all things that we don't have to worry about right now. But Sunny, if you can, put it somewhere, wherever you think makes sense, that we want to potentially animate those elements. That would be lovely. Maybe in the proof of concept to-do list. Wait, do you have that? Or did Jay make that? Oh, why did my computer just do that? Wait, you're typing in chat, but I can't see it. Oh, Magic Lux Studios and Ivy Star. Hi, guys. Yeah, Jay made it. It's called the proof of concept checklist. It just goes through the script and writes stuff that we need. But I think there's a lot of other stuff that we need. But I wonder if you made something similar to it, Sunny, because I feel like you did at one point. This is what happens when we take like a couple month long hiatus. We're not sure if it's a doc or a spreadsheet. Oh, you're asking me if it's doc or a spreadsheet. Yeah, no, it's this. But if you made anything similar, feel free to write it down. Paul likes showing this. Here's a tie-down version of his first and last frame of the animation. Beautiful. And let me actually go back to your stream, Tim, so people can see what you're working on. Because you matter. The background is really nice. What do you have to say about that, Bree?
Thank you.
Yes. We take pride in the talent that is here. It's like, soccer moms. Okay, anyways, back to what we were doing. Good thing we have that out of the way. The portraits. They need to be portraits. Wait. How do chrysalids project light again?
I thought it was basically like basically projecting into your mind, like you see it in your head, not like actually in not like actually in real life.
Oh yeah. But then, what is the light that forms around your eyes?
I thought that was just a manifestation of magic. Just like a standard thing that comes with all magic kind of thing.
That works. That works. I would love for our mind magic to work that way. Because it's just too, it's too much, first of all, if like people can just play tricks on your mind and there's no like visual indicator. Yeah, no, that's 100% valid. I think that makes the most sense. We should write that down as well somewhere, and not even here, but just, you know what, Reese, you remember everything, like literally everything, so I'm sure we're not gonna run into problems with this.
I'm just gonna put it in the World of Cora Writers doc in the Mind Kingdom section.
Yeah, that would work the best. Just so we remember that, like, mind magic has a visual indicator. We need to actually like look into that and make sure we understand the mechanics of it ourselves. Oh, what
Yeah.
happened? You're gonna take off now? Okay, bye, Timmy. Can't wait to see how the animation progresses. Oh, sorry, I forgot to see what you wrote in the chat, Reese. What if we have a portrait of... See, that would make sense, but does Sunnyside want that? That's the vague way I'm gonna respond to that.
Oh, true.
Sunnyside does not want that. But I would have thought of that too. What else? Okay, so portraits, what we have is Crescenta. Did you write down the portraits? The portrait ideas we came up with?
Yeah, I should have. You can check.
Ancient. Is that the only? Wait, can you make a separate category for portraits so we know which ones are portraits?
Sure.
Also, I requested edit access. Stained glass library.
There you go.
Thank you. Oh wow, is Chrysanta's grandma the only one we have?
I think so.
I will let Bree have fun with Chrysanta's grandma. Just make sure there are things that make it obvious that like it's a relative of Chrysanta's.
Yeah, like star magic hair.
If possible, Sunny, if you already like wrote down the other thing, could you in Bree's lobby paste images of Chrysanta's mom, which is in the design? I'll do that actually. You know what? I'll do Chrysanta's mom.
It's her great grandmother. Something correcting me on that.
Oh, thank you. Well, actually, no. We did go back on that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We either changed it to her. We just made it 1 or 2 generations less. So it was either her great grandmother or her grandmother. There you go, Bree. That's Chrysanta's mom and Chrysanta, I guess. And then here is Estelaria. Just so you have as many Star Kingdom relatives as you could possibly want. And I think the best thing you can do is, you see that crown that Chrysanta's mom was wearing in the image in Lobby 2 Bree?
One sec, let me bop over. Okay, yes.
Yeah, so that's Chrysanta's mom. That's the new crown that we designed, that pink design. That's stunning.
Mm.
Let's have that exact crown be worn by her grandmother.
Okay, sounds good.
Where's same crown? That. Oh. Beautiful. Hashtag slay. Hashtag SLEIGH because it's still the holiday season.
Mm.
Let's see. That's one portrait, and you've pretty much already drawn it. We can still have it be a sword, but there's always going to be a caveat. This caveat being that let's have the actual sword itself be... Oh wait, her hand is on it. This could work. Okay. You know the actual sword, like not the body of it, right? Or the handle. That should just be star magic going into the ground.
Okay.
Actually, wait. What she did was she did she sacrifice her own magic? No. She didn't, right?
I think so. Along with the sorcery room, I think she did.
No. She kept it so she could have children and pass it on. She had to keep it because she's the queen. She couldn't not keep her magic.
But didn't she already have children?
She did, but I think because she was a monarch, like she just couldn't sacrifice her own magic.
Okay.
So Everything
You
I
just
think of
want
for
the style, but
portraits also work as. This needs to be a stained glass window as well. The whole scene of the fall of. So you know how we said the rise and fall of dark magic, or Malforge?
or
We should also have. Oh my God, brain, light bulb. Okay. To show what we're trying to show, we can have a bunch of stars be like placed around, like
Cora.
Cora, sure. Oh my God, yeah, placed around the planet, protecting it, shielding it from Malforge, and maybe there can be a little black crack, or the new color we decided on.
Gray.
Yeah, whatever it is, a little crack. Show. Or maybe just Cora can be like completely black and lime and everything. It can be just, well, it has to be very simple, right? So Cora, whatever it is, Cora is tainted. I know we all have PTSD with that word, but Cora is tainted, and there is a protection around it and a bunch of stars. And you know, like how, but it looks like the stars are like losing their energy. Are you writing that down, by the way?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on a moment.
But that would be for a stained glass window, not for the portrait. The portrait would just be Chrysanthemum's grandmother.
There we go.
Lovely. I have a pretty interesting idea. Okay. It can still be a sword in her hand. Just be sure that it produces star magic, and that it looks like she is like enchanting it. I'll write that down for you as well.
Or just like a barrier.
Oh, and also maybe there is a force field around her, and we can just make it easier by, like when we depict that, we do it by just using the star magic colors as the backdrop of the portrait. Because then we don't have to worry about a backdrop. I wrote that down as well.
That means she's pretty closed off, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, she's very strong, which also means yeah, she has to be very strong for everyone.
Very strong-willed and closed off, creating an opaque bubble.
Yeah. Okay, so portraits are just of people. Any other irrelevant people? What if there's just what if there's like a portrait of Miss Isla in her classroom? That's so her. What if it's just everywhere? And then whenever the principal changes, they switch it out.
What if it's a portrait of each of the first royals from each of the kingdoms?
The beach of what?
each of the first royals from each of the kingdoms.
We can't have 52 portraits.
Mm.
But we should have
All the
like
other characters.
some kind of hallway that has like portraits of all the main royal families, and then like maybe we can have a funny like scene or something where Aurora's in the hallway and she's like, look, that's me, Blaze, and Dad.
That
Or
could possibly be like the auditorium where they graduate.
what if there's a whole wax museum in Sunnyside? There is nowhere else there should be a wax museum of the royals except in Sunnyside. It doesn't even have to be wax. Also, I just realized we could have done a wax kingdom. That's another thing we could have done. What?
Yeah, we could have done that.
I mean, okay, well, you gotta cut it off at some point. But if there's no wax kingdom, it would have to be made of something else. But you know what I mean, right? Like just statues of them, like realistic statues of them, somewhere. That would be kind of creepy.
Imagine a Halloween episode and like someone goes into that room and like all the statues come to life.
Yeah, that could also be just a really cool scene, or like a musical number where someone's like worst fears, or like they're worried about what other people might think, and then like someone just goes in and like puppeteers the statues to annoy them or to manipulate them. But anyways, portraits of relevant people.
All the ones I can think of are only spoilers.
Also, when we actually get to coloring and texturing these portraits, we should just make sure they look a bit otherworldly. Just with the color and texture.
Let's say the child is
The material. Oh wait, did I write that in no mic? I put that in no mic. Whoops. Yeah, something I really like is if we incorporate gems into the art somehow.
If we incorporate gems into the art, it would also have to be like function as technology to some extent.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it?
What?
If we incorporate gemstones into the art, wouldn't it also have to function as technology to some extent?
I guess so. Oh my god, that would make sense. They're portraits. Portraits are always sus. Instead of just, you know what? Instead of drawing eyes, Bree, draw a big crystal.
Okay.
And anything that would look cool as a crystal, you can figure that out and choose.
The crown.
Oh, yeah, definitely that. Or, like, even the sword, the body of it. And then for, you know what? You don't even have to worry about, like, detailing or anything. The more simple it looks, the more obvious it'll be to the audience that that's like a gemstone that's just like right inside of the painting.
Hmm.
And it would be like a focal point of each portrait.
There's going to be secret passageways in Sunnyside unlocked through those crystals.
Yeah, I was, you know what, I was actually a bit worried about like how we were gonna do portraits. I was like feeling kind of insecure about like, oh, is it not otherworldly enough? But that, what we figured out with the gemstones, puts me at peace, because it's such a Cora thing. It just makes sense, and every time like anyone wants to draw a portrait of the main four, they're just gonna put a gem in it. Like,
It could be
you
like a
need
diamond mural.
gems. Gems are necessary for portraits. That's the thing.
Portraits could act like a diamond mural.
Sorry?
The portraits could act like a diamond mural.
Yes. I think gems should just be a necessary thing in art of all kinds, specifically like mainstream art. So mainstream art for us would be like pencil and paper, right? For them it would be gem and metal. So, or I don't know if mainstream art was the right word. I mean just like drawing that form of art. Like, so we should always make sure that Zephyr so what Zephyr uses, the tool that he uses, is like something that creates or produces gems. And let's write that down in the to-do list as well, Sunny, just so we remember the details for the assignment.
It's a bedazzler.
Yeah, it's kind of, you know what, it's kind of like a bedazzler. I'm thinking of it more like a glue gun, but like it makes gems instead. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's like a laser, I think.
Yeah.
Right? I think a laser saber.
Or like, you know those 3D printing pens?
Yeah. The ones you just like put in filament in, then you just like use your hand as like a 3D printer.
What?
The ones you just put filament into it and use your hand as a 3D printer.
Sorry?
The ones that you just put filament into, then use your hand as a 3D printer.
Yes. You sounded so frustrated there. But yeah, okay. So we have a portrait of her. Who else?
Unfortunately, I'm going to have to get going. I still have some more packing and stuff to do for my New Year's trip.
Okay. Thank you so much, Bree. That was so fun. And I can't wait to see how it progresses. Everyone, thank you so much for watching, and hope you enjoyed seeing our creative process. We'll see you on the sunny side. Bye, guys.